it's Jazz1122 here, and this reading is for the Aquarius that's out there for April 20th through the 26th. I just would like to say thank you guys so much for your likes, your comments, and to all my new subscribers. Welcome to my channel. I'm so glad that you're here. If you would like an email reading from me, all that information will be down below. And with that being said, let's get right into this video. Okay, so as my usual, I really like how I do this spread. Pick 3 cards and that will be your main energies for this week, if it resonates. What do you need to release? Waning moon. Whenever I think of waning, I think of something that's dying or going down. Kind of like a flower that you see. It's like when you see a beautiful flower in the spring and then you start to see in the fall a bit, the flower starts to go like that. So it's something that's in your life, Aquarius, that you're realizing is dying. And you're looking at what you need to release. Maybe the situation you thought could turn around and could revive itself. But now you're looking at it like, maybe I need to release this instead of trying to work on it because it's dying. A time to give rather than take. New moon in Virgo. I feel like you're getting rid of selfish people in your life. People who just take from you, then give. Aquarius, I feel like you want to do more. Because you're in this place where you want to make a difference, I feel like, in whatever you're doing. Rather it's just at a job or a project that you're working on. I feel like you're just in the spirit to give back in any way that you can. And maybe you realize that people always just took that. And it's like, well, what do I need to release? Maybe you being overgiven, Aquarius. That's another thing. Maybe you realize that. A time to give rather than to take. Maybe it's time for you to give to yourself. Have you overexhausted yourself to give to those around you? To the point that your energy's waning? Maybe that's why you're feeling drained for some Aquariuses. Because it's like every time you turn around, somebody may want something from you. Or, like I said, it could be selfish people. That could be another thing, too. Nothing yet is set in stone, mutable moon. So, this is a decision you went back and forth about, mutable. So, it's like one day you may feel like, maybe I feel like, I could give this another try. You know what I mean? And then the other day, it's like, maybe I should take away. I don't know what I really... And maybe this week you realize that's what you need to release. It's either this or that. Because I can't deal with one day it's this and one day it's that. This could be in terms of people in your lives, Aquarius, or a relationship. Whichever pertains to you. But I'm going to go into these clarifiers to see what's going on here. Let's see. What do you need to release? Knight of Cups. You trying to release emotions for somebody. And with the Knight of Cups, maybe someone sweet talks you a lot. And you fall for it, right? Let's say they come on the horse very smooth, right? They be like, I just want to give us another chance. I want to give you something. And then you go right back into nothing set in stone chaos. These raging waters in this terms of... I just like to use a relationship, for example, especially with the Knight of Cups here. But with the Knight of Cups, his love is fickle. Especially if you've been dealing with this person. I feel like if you've been dealing with somebody for a while and they've been coming up still as Knight of Cups, then yeah, I can see why you need to release that. It's like the person just comes on the horse, nice and shiny, offers a cup and think that's supposed to change everything. And maybe... you fell for that before because you really loved them and was like, okay, well, maybe we can make it work. But it's like infatuation, I feel. Also with the Knight of Cups. Maybe you was infatuated with someone, but at the end of the day, you like, maybe I need to release that. This Knight of Cups. Because it's not going anywhere. Let's see. Knight of Cups. Yeah. It's not going anywhere. It ends in sadness every time. Every time I feel like some Aquarius is like, every time I take this person's cup, I end up with the 5 of Cups. It could be a third party to Aquarius, where this person comes to you and they come on like the knight in shining armor, literally. And then when they come back, it's probably like lies, secrets, maybe a third party situation. This person turns their back on the relationship. So maybe that's what you're realizing, what you need to release, that this relationship is dead. And every time you take this cup, it always ends in regret. With the Five of Cups. Let's see. Why is the Five of Cups here? So this could be a very on and off relationship you're dealing with, Aquarius. And this week, I feel like you just had it. I'm tired of the uncertainty. I'm tired of every time I give a chance, it just blows up in my face. Three of Wands. You're ready to grow from this. You're ready to move on. Like, you're realizing there's no growth in this relationship. It's a toxic cycle. Like, let's say you guys separate, you guys stop talking, then they come back and be like, I want to give this another chance. I'm sorry. You know, you could be dealing with someone who's always sorry about something, and you always end up feeling like Three of Wands, like, dang, I could have really been doing other things. And maybe you keep taking this person back and you're realizing how it's holding your dreams and your goals back, because they have you and your feelings of regret and sadness because you really believe that they're going to change, but they come up as the Knight of Cups. You like, it's time to release this. I'm tired of feeling sad. I'm tired of taking this person's cup. I'm tired of things not changing. You know, a time to give rather than take. A time to give to myself and not take that cup. Time to give rather than take. We have the Queen of Pentacles and the World reverse. So, Aquarius, somebody may not be ready to close the cycle with you, though. That's the thing. They feel like you should still give them another chance. You know, this person may also try to bribe you with something that they have. Pentacles. Well, you know, how else can I show you? You know, I can be stable. You know, we don't need to close this cycle. And maybe this is why nothing is yet set in stone, because maybe this person sometimes does show some promising things with the Queen of Pentacles. Maybe there are times when they are stable, but I still feel like the instability overweighs the stability in terms of this relationship. So you could be dealing with someone even trying to use money or something to try to tempt you back in. I feel like could be dealing with someone who, desperate times call from desperate measures. So maybe they feel like, okay, maybe if, for example, Aquarius, let's say if you tell them like, man, I'm kind of short on money, you know, I'm going through a tough time, and they're like, hey, I got this. You know what I mean? I have this pentacle, and then you take it right. Let's say, for example, and the world is reversed. You're not ready to close the cycle. Like, wow, they helped me, but then it goes right back to this. It's like this person knows your weakness, Aquarius, and they use it. They know how to give when you're about to walk out the door. That's what I get. They give when you're ready to walk out the door, but once they got you, nothing is yet set in stone, and it goes right back. So let's see. Why is the World reversed? I can see why you need to release this. Yeah, that's why need is there. Four of Pentacles. So you would keep holding on. Four of Pentacles. So let me see. Why is the Four of Pentacles? What kept... Five of Swords. You held on, but Five of Swords is conflict. Because part of you knew that even though they may come through for you at certain times to be Queen of Pentacles, and then you decide not to close the cycle, and you decide to hold on, right? Four of Pentacles, you're hit with the Five of Swords, because I feel like part of you are thinking about, I feel like, why does a part of me feel like things have not really changed? You know, I appreciate this person trying to help me, but I feel like this person is desperate to have you. And it could be a control issue for some Aquariuses. That this person knows also that this relationship is over, but they keep coming because they don't want to see you with somebody else. So they will continue to offer things that you need, so in turn that you will feel in debt to them. You see how that works? That's why people got to watch people. Watch these Queen of Pentacles type of people, where a time to give rather than take. They're selfish any other time, right? But then when you say, I'm done, I'm this, I'm going through all this in my life, and they're like, I'm the Queen of Pentacles, I can help, you know. And then, because then that's how people can manipulate you, because then you feel indebted to them because they helped you out. So then you sit there with this person, and it's like, I can't do it. So if I need to struggle without this person for a little bit, even if I know that they have it, you know what I mean? It does not matter. Your peace of mind is worth more, I feel. That's what you're thinking about. Nothing is yet set in stone. Right. 8 of Cups. This is an on and off relationship, Aquarius. Goodness. Like, to have this, those relationships are really, really tough. I've been through a couple myself, where one day you walk away from each other, the next day you're together, and it's constant. Like, how can anything be stable in that type of energy? Because you decided, like, well, maybe I could turn back around. But then other days you feel like, I should go towards my 9 of Cups, what really makes me happy. This situation doesn't make me happy. I feel like some of you Aquariuses actually got comfortable with this, and you didn't realize how toxic it actually was. It's like you were just going in the emotions, and you started to think, wait a minute. Now that I have a second to think about it, this is pretty toxic. We cannot communicate that well. Every time I take your cup, I end up sad. And you probably realize that this person may be manipulating you and saying what you want to hear, so they get back in the door and they pull the same stuff. Let's see, 8 of Cups. 8 of Swords. Yeah, you was overthinking about this. It's like, should I stay? Should I go? I'm just gonna, so you blocked yourself, Aquarius, from realizing things. But you was never trapped. And that's what you're realizing. A lot of things for this person you may have accepted. Things from this person that you would have never accepted from anybody else. And you may realize that. That's what got you in your head. It's like, you remember you cutting off people for way less. And this person has come in and out, in and out, in and out. And you realize, like, dang, I let that person get away with so much because of how I felt about them. That's not right. Let's see, 8 of Swords. 7 of Pentacles. So with the 7 of Pentacles, that's the rebuilding card. So it's like you take this person's cup, but then you're in your head, but then you decide to rebuild with them. And it's, like I said, this this is a lot, Aquarius. And I'm just going to end on a 3 card oracle card to see what would your final message be. Your dreams need a practical plan. Full moon in Taurus. Yeah. So, Aquarius, you may be wanting things to work out in a happy relationship and stable, but it's not with this person. Your dreams need a practical plan. That's not thinking practical that every time this person comes back, it ends up in the same way and it goes on and on and on. How do you expect to be happy if you're constantly accepting this person's cup that's under what do you need to release? Like, this person's cup is what you need to release. The universe is saying it's time to give to yourself. You know what I mean? You've been ignoring yourself. You've been so wrapped up in this relationship that you have not really realized the full extent of what was going on. So it's like you had dreams, but the person you was trying to build with, that wasn't practical. Let's see. Look at the bigger picture. Full moon in Sagittarius. Yeah. So now you're starting to realize how it's best to just leave this alone. How much you're losing. 8 of Swords. 5 of Cups. 5 of Swords. It's just, some things are better left unsaid. And just let go of. Your commitment is being tested. I feel like with this situation is what you want to do, Aquarius. Because the universe has been watching you go back and forth about this person for a long time. So they're going to push it to the test. Let's see, every time you take that cup, let's see how many times until you realize, Aquarius, it's time to let it go. You know, I feel like your commitment will always be tested in this relationship. That's why it's important to look at the bigger picture and know the difference between like tough times and people who just, their chapter in your life is over, and I feel like this is what's going on with this individual. So, Aquarius, I hope you guys appreciate this reading, and I'll catch you guys next week.